Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. A whole bunch of ROMs for the Sega Saturn, PlayStation 1, and Philips CDI have just been released. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, a while back I did a video about the Hidden Palace and Project Deluge releasing a whole bunch of prototype PS2 ROMs. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. Well, Hidden Palace and Project Deluge are at it again. On April 17th, Hidden Palace tweeted out, "Another wave has landed," presenting 372 unique PS1 builds, 84 Saturn builds, and surprise 25 CDI builds. Unreleased games, ports, early prototypes, tech demos, localization prototypes, it's all here. Some of these are long overdue. Check it out and enjoy. And obviously they didn't have to tell me twice, so I'm going to leave a link to this page in the description below if you do want to check it out. From here you can access every single system they announced, the PSX, the Saturn, and the very weird CDI, which that's a video for another day. So anyways, let's take a look at the PlayStation 1 first. On the Sony PlayStation list page, they've listed every single game that is unique and that doesn't match the final build of the game. And it's interesting here, so you can see the title of the game, you can see any labels that were applied, the date of the prototype or whatever version of the game we're looking at, the retail build dates, as well as the retail release date. If you're looking for a game that doesn't have a release date, you can check one out here. For example, SurfShark. There is no release date at all. This is an unreleased game. So I'll go on ahead and click SurfShark, and from here it brings me to an information page about the game where you can learn quite a bit about it. And they also include screenshots. On the right hand side of the page there are some interesting details. The build date of this was May 3rd, 1995, and it was built for E3. In the notes section it says does not work on emulators but works on hardware. This is due to license.dat being missing from the disc. A repackaged version is also included that will work in emulators as well. So if I take a look at the top of the page, it says download SurfShark, May 3rd, 1995 prototype from external mirror. I'll just click on that and see what happens. So this brings me to a really great website, archive.org. I'll scroll down a little bit here, and on the right hand side of the page there are download options. 7-zip, item tile, JPEG, and torrent. Let's see what happens if I click the 7Z link. Oh, it wants me to download the file. I'll click cancel here. Now I'm going to click show all just to see what's in the file. If I go to view contents on the 7-zip, I can see the rebuilt version is in here, which does work on emulators. That's pretty interesting. But anyways, back on the Hidden Palace page, there are 372 games to check out here. That's quite a bit. Obviously, some are better than others, some are probably purely trash, some are actually probably pretty good. It's all very interesting here, and I'm sure there's something for everyone. To me, I find this stuff incredibly fascinating. For example, they were working on a Paperboy game that never got released on the PlayStation. And let's take a look at a screenshot here. And it's really small. Maybe I'll try zooming in a little bit on that one. That's a small screenshot. Anyway, this game was never released, and obviously it doesn't look finished. But at the same time here, this is stuff you don't see every day. Now moving on, if you're a fan of the CDI, and I mean who isn't, it was one of the biggest systems ever. There are 25 prototypes here, and a lot of them were unreleased. It's actually really cool to check out. I mean, take a look at Creation for the Imagination, and look at the screenshot here. There's Photoshop plugins. Amazing. How about the Mayo Clinic Family Health Book? Okay, so maybe that's not your thing. What about MPEG Video Sampler Volume 1? I mean, this is pretty cool, right? Okay, so maybe there isn't something for everyone in the CDI list, but at the same time, it's pretty cool that there's some preservation going on here, and a lot of this stuff never did see the light of day. Now moving on to the Sega Saturn, which arguably is a little bit more popular than the CDI, and it's not even really an argument. Anyways, here there are 84 prototype ROMs that were released. In this list, there's a Dungeons & Dragons collection which was never released in Europe or the US. There are prototypes of 4 different Street Fighter releases and also Swagman. We have Primal Rage in here, Quake, Sega Rally, Mega Man X4, MK2, and NBA Jam Tournament Edition. There is a lot of great stuff in here. Now, for those of you that don't know, this entire project started out with just one person who had a massive collection of prototypes and decided for game preservation reasons to dump them all. I think that's a really good idea too. Anyways, there's an entire team working in the background to patch things together to make sure things are playable and make sure things are working. They're working really hard at this. And with that being said, I recommend checking out the Hidden Palace, poking around a little bit because there is a ton of game information here. There's a ton of game history here, and it's all thanks to a really small group of people. But anyways, that is all I've got for today. Let me know your thoughts on the Hidden Palace in the comments below. And let me know if you're excited to see even more prototype ROMs release, because yes, this group is releasing even more. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care.